His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali today launched a corridor of unity along the east coast of Demerara. The aim of the initiative is to foster unity among villages between Lusignan and Golden Grove. The pilot project was announced during an outreach to several communities on the east coast. President Ali was accompanied by Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Honorable Mohabir Anil Nandlal, Senior Counsel, Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport Honorable Charles Ramson Jr., Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Honorable Hugh Todd, and Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water Honorable Susan Rodriguez. Dr. Ali says government is committed to not only visiting every community but also to creating a meaningful environment that brings the country together. The initiative falls under the One Guyana Commission announced by the President during his inaugural speech to the 12th Parliament.
We are going to create this corridor as the corridor of unity, the corridor that will demonstrate to Guyana how communities are going to come together, how communities are going to fuse themselves together and show that we have it in us, we have the ability to create this one Guyana, this one destination for every single one of us.
President Ali says everyone must be involved for unity to be accomplished.
And for too long in our societies, we looked up to a few faces to do this for us. But today, this will be led by you yourselves. This change will be led from the community themselves. That is why I'm here to talk to you directly.
The President has also called for meaningful community involvement that will foster change.
We want to set up a structure in these communities that will work with us in helping the vulnerable. Our sports leader must be able to help us with youth programs, re-establishing community stage so we can spot talent in the community and nurture those talents. We can celebrate the culture and the heritage of every single community. The Minister of Agriculture was in here. We want to support production, help small businesses. Let us talk. Let us get together and talk and find solutions together.
President Ali said while it is important to recognize barriers to unity, it is more important to pinpoint a path forward that brings people together and leave a better tomorrow for the future generation.
None of us want the next generation to inherit the problems that we have. But how is it we're going to avoid that? How is it we're going to avoid the next generation from inheriting the problems that we have? We have to make a commitment to ourselves. And I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to myself and all of us here. We have to make a commitment to ourselves that we want to see a change. Yeah. That we want to create a new environment. And I'm pledging to you that I'm ready to walk this journey with you and everybody.
A management group will also be formed to position young people to benefit from programs being undertaken by the government.
We're going to come back here to discuss with you how we can support young people getting into the scholarship program. How are we going to get young people integrated in the technical vocational education program?
That's right.
How are we going to link them up in job creation? How we can find ways in getting them involved in the construction boom that will take place.
Meanwhile, the President also launched a Republic Unity Cup, also aimed at fostering unity. The tournament will see the villages along the corridor of unity participating in cricket. The President said sports was chosen because it is a vehicle for unity and promotes togetherness. However, he notes that the Republic Cup is more than just about cricket.
You're not only going to play for a trophy or a cup, you're playing for your communities too. Because under the minor works program of the Office of the President, the team that wins, and all the teams are winners, but the team that wins, we will be setting aside a special project for that community from which they come. So you're playing for your community. You're not playing for money for a team. You're playing for your community. And this is what we want to achieve as we commence this program of giving meaning to our message of oneness.
The Corridor of Unity will create a history that will be the example of national unity and tolerance. Minister Ramsden echoed similar sentiments about the unifying power of sports. He said the government's approach is not mere talk, but one of action and involving the people.
We all know that sport is the universal unifier. But we also want to work with communities, work with the people of the country. Not in a way where there's just talking about policy and you're talking about this idea or that idea only, but actually rolling up your sleeves, getting down into the business and doing the work. That is how you're able to unite the country.
Minister Ramsden notes that grounds across the country have been neglected over the last 5 years, but he says the PPPC government will be investing heavily to upgrade grounds countrywide.
Our ministry has already sent some money to this ground and to a number of other grounds on the East Coast so that work can start to get going to do some repairs and get it back to a certain level. But we're going to do a lot more. You would have heard just yesterday the Minister of Finance presented on behalf of the President and the Cabinet the largest budget in our country's history. And in there, the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport has also the largest allocation in our country's history. There is a direct benefit to these communities because in there we have a line called ground enhancement. So there's going to be a lot more work going to be done for communities like this, grounds like this.
Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, the Honorable Mohamed Nandalal, Senior Counsel, described the initiative as a revolutionary one. He applauded President Irfaan Ali for conceiving such an idea and rolling it out in the manner that he has done.
Recognizing the divisive nature of our society and that it is one of our fundamental problems is a far way towards solving that problem. And the President has obviously put a lot of thought into it and has a plan which he's unfolding. Choosing sports because of its inherently unifying nature, I believe, is also a brilliant choice because our communities are deeply involved in sports and our people are united around sports such as cricket, etc.
Minister Nandalal, who also has parliamentary responsibility for the East Coast Demerara, says he is happy to be part of the initiative and believes it will bring the success that it is designed to achieve.
Within that area you have a huge population, and I am happy that that these communities are part of what we will showcase for the rest of the country to emulate. I believe that the initiative is well timed and it's something that we need in our country, and hopefully we are able to replicate it in all the other communities.
Meanwhile, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, the Honorable Yu Todd, says the initiative is part of the developmental drive of the PPPC administration.
Apart from everything that we do in the classroom, what we do on the fields also help to ground our people as a nation together. And as you know, when you listen to the President's speech, he talked about a one Guyana. This is part of pushing that drive, where residents can come out, interact, compete against each other, laugh, have fun. It's all part of your development drive. And I want you to understand that this is not an initiative that will only last for a year or two. This is what the PPP administration is going to deliver to you perpetually.
Minister Todd said the President's presence within the village is a true example of what leadership should be.
This is a one-on-one, bottom-up approach to give you a chance to be very integral in decision-making at the level of government. And this is the kind of your support, it's difficult for us to understand what are your needs on the ground. And this is a true example of the President's leadership by coming to you on a one-on-one.
Meanwhile, the Honorable Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, said the PPP's plan for developing a prosperous Guyana is to ensure there is a presence by central government in every community across Guyana.
Your government is present, and you can be proud of the work that your government has been doing over the past 6 months. Not just talking, but delivering action. You're seeing what government is like in action. And we are going to ensure that we never lose this direct contact with you.
During the interactive sessions, residents raised issues and concerns affecting them, with the most common issue being the need for better management and maintenance of community grounds along the East Coast. The President has committed to ensuring all recreational facilities are outfitted with the necessary equipment so that residents can have maximum use of those facilities. This has already been manifested with a $1.5 billion set aside for sport development in the 2021 national budget. The sum of $618 million will be utilized to host tournaments, maintain sports facilities, and support sports organizations. Of that amount, $320 million will go towards professional training of athletes and coaches as part of the Sports Academy program. Additionally, $915.5 million will be spent on upgrading community grounds in regions 2, 6, and 10 to meet international standards. Other improvements include the installation of lights on community grounds and the laying of synthetic materials at the athletic tracks in New Amsterdam and Wismar.